Hey everyone, it's me Lauren here from Stampin' Up and Color the Kitty for my usual Thursday night video. So tonight, assuming I can get myself organized here, will be the second project from the Sending Good Thoughts Paper Pumpkin Kit from July, which I'm actually really excited to get into. And I do apologize I wasn't here last week. Just life is life. Even today I had another round of life is life, but here I am this time. But I did put out on the weekend a mini project from the Glad We're Friends stamp set, which is super adorable. Okay, so let's get through the housekeeping so we can get on with our night. Especially since I'll get distracted because I think there's a train going by. Oh my god, I love the trains. I want to go watch the train. See where I live, behind my house. There's the backyard, and then there's the street, and then there's some buildings across the street, and then after that is a train tracks, and I see trains like almost pretty much every hour. There's a train that goes by, kind of, maybe not every hour, but sometimes it's like 20 minutes later there's another train. Okay, so there's a little fun fact about my life. All right, so now until July. I keep thinking we're still in July, but we're in August. My God, it's August. From now until August 31st is Celebration with Stampin' Up. Celebration being you spend $60, you get a free item. You spend $120, you get a free item or items. And it goes up from there. And actually, Stampin' Up has come up with a new list of more items for Celebration right now, which is really nice. I have yet to post about them. I've been pretty inconsistent with myself lately. So this week or so, I really need to get around to showing you some of the new Celebration items. But here's the other thing is, some of the original items are sold out. As in, the capacity's gone. They're out. So, lots going on in the world of Stampin' Up. Next for the Paper Pumpkin deadline for August 10th, which is really not that far away when you think about it. Another week to go-ish. Week and some. Less than a week. I'm getting my dates all mixed up here. So August 10th is the deadline for the kit Sweet Sunflowers. This one looks really cool. It's got a free item in it. I forget what it is, but that's okay. I'm looking forward to it because sunflowers is a nice theme. And the cost, in case you're curious, is in Canada $32.50 plus tax, and that includes shipping, which is a nice subscription price for each month. And the deadline is always the 10th, so feel free to check back. So next week, I should have info for the new kit that will be for September. Hope it's a good one. September is usually more like a fall, either Halloween or Thanksgiving kind of theme. August 23rd is my free social crafting session on Zoom. This is a free event, free. And 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Just simply, it's a Zoom call to kind of hang out, socialize, do some crafting, ask me any questions. Pretty informal. August 30th is my card class for August. For my summer and cruising card making class, is what I'm calling it. Theme being half of it's summer, the other one is cruising, more like a driving theme. The cost for that is $7, which includes the local shipping or drop off. However, if you're a little further away, we can discuss pricing. I have $2 as a number for now for shipping. Sometimes I can make it a little cheaper depending on how I pack the envelope. And then for end of August, there will be a bingo game, as I've been doing the last couple months. It's free to play. All you have to do is submit to me your 5 numbers between 1 and 75. And then for anyone who makes any purchases this month, so any orders over 50, there's a Stampin' Club, and there'll be a draw for whoever enters that. And then there's a mini Stampin' Crew for any orders under 50, which those could be Paper Pumpkin subscriptions. It could be registering for a card class, for a small order on the Stampin' Up website. Could be buying cards off me. Like, I decided to make it so there is an incentives for those who make a small purchase. That way, there is ways of hopefully getting a prize. And it's August ongoing. I'm available for party hosting and such, if that strikes your interest. I understand summer right now is pretty summery, and we all get pretty busy. Hey, me too. I'm actually looking at more vacation time, hopefully, to kind of get away from the chaotic things for a bit. So most Thursdays, since I didn't come on last Thursday, and this upcoming Thursday, I have a little bit of a time constraint I need to figure out. I'll work on it this week and make a decision on how I'm going to handle that. But generally, most Thursdays, I start off on the Facebook group playing with papers and colors -su, and then I do a video after that for my Color the Kitty artistry side. However, not quite sure where on Facebook that's going to be posted because I still have not gained back access to my Color the Kitty Facebook page. So I might have to just move on from that. And then the replays for both videos will be posted onto my YouTube channel, Color the Kitty. So there's a bit of housekeeping there. More housekeeping is, here's the Sweet Sunflowers preview. So there's a picture of the box. And it's pointing to the free gift, which is those. So I think it comes with 4 of those, I think. I could be wrong. But yeah. Sweet Sunflowers. Okay, I'm really getting distracted with myself. I had something stuck to my hand. I'm like, what is that? Okay, for party hosting. What component do I want to say about party hosting today? Here's one. For celebration, if a party reaches over $375 in sales, so if you see the chart, $375, the rewards is 12% of the $375. My math is horrible, so I am not going to calculate out right now. And what's also nice is with the party hosting during celebration only, if it hits that amount, $375 in sales, there's a free stamp set available for the host, which is called Perfect Pomegranate. So this can be one order of a really good shopping spree. It could be multiple orders into one host code. So there's several options to look at if you're interested in hosting for this month. For joining, again, a celebration perk is anyone who joins during celebrations this time in August, there's a Making Plans collection that is free, which is, it's a calendar book. It's actually really beautiful. I have a copy of it here because I'm like, I really wanted one. It's got pages for the calendar for the whole calendar year till next year. It has 3 notebooks, because if you know me, I really love notebooks. It comes with a stamp set for making making plans, essentially for making calendars and notes and to-do lists and tasks, which is nice. And it's got some stickers too, I believe. So yeah, that's part of the join promo currently. Joining costs no, sorry, not 3. I had the number 3 stuck in my head. $135 to join. I believe there's tax on that. And that comes with $165 worth of products plus the Making Plans collection. Alright, so it occurs to me my desk is very crooked here. Alright, let me see if I can fix this. Because I've been doing some Zoom calls, and then when I do my Zooms, I've been changing the camera rotation, so my rotation is a little funky. That looks a little better. Alright, I'm going to bring in some lamps. So this is the Make a Difference stamp set, which I like to use a lot for my stamping the handcrafted, like the created by, and the Stampin' Up name. So I'm just going to move a couple of things away here and make too much noise. Let me pull out the kit. So if you remember, a few weeks ago, I put together one of the projects in here, which is, ta-da, the purple one. Oh, yeah, I need some ink. Do I have the ink in here? Where's my ink? I found my ink. Okay, that's not it, but that's what they look like. There's the ink. I'm like, where's my ink? I always have it pulled aside. Alright, so we're going to make the second project today. Ooh, we're going to make the boat inside the bottle. Ooh, that's going to be exciting. Alright. So this time around, I'm just going to quickly set up here. Let me get these pulled out. Let me get this beauty kind of peek in there. So we need to get all the materials for that card. Now what's nice, in case you're new to Paper Pumpkin, is here's the instructions. It's all nicely colored and infotastic and nice to use. And it shows, here's for the 3 cards, it's showing me all the materials needed. So I'm gonna need apparently some glue dots, some thread, I'm gonna need some dimensionals. I'm definitely gonna need my stamps. I love these stamps. I love the boat. Ship, boat. I love the nautical theme. Okay, so according to this, I am going to need at least one of those. And I'm just going to keep moving stuff around. Even the card bases come with the score mark right on it, ready to go, which is nice. Looks like I will need one of those. There's my card base, finally. Once my hands want to cooperate here. So yeah, so usually this one has 3, 3, and 3, so enough to do the projects 3 of each. Now here's some more stuff that I need. I'm definitely gonna need that birdie popping out. And then I'm just looking at the pieces here. And of course, here's the preview about the sweet sunflowers. And of course, the preview about Celebration earning free goodies. Just making sure. Oh, I do need another piece. I need one of these. Oh, this is not something I'm not used to seeing with Paper Pumpkin Months. So here's some paper. You can see the texture, right? The clouds, the water. Like, this is embossed paper. Like, which is really cool. They don't usually emboss that much, and I'm really excited to do that this time. So I think I have what I need. Oh, and finally, the kits do come with envelopes. I tend to use these for paper. For the colors, so, but hey, if you're ever in doubt for envelopes, there's always envelopes and Paper Pumpkin kits. Okay, I'm gonna get started here. So I'm just gonna pack up my box a little better. Of course, I can't see my other screen, but that's a-okay. It's one of those days today. Alright, so, yeah, this is the one we're doing. So apparently it's project number 3, apparently. Alright, well, I'm just gonna fold this a little better, so I can have an idea what I'm doing. Put off to the side. Okay, so according to the instructions, it wants me to stamp some stuff first, which is actually a good idea. Before I really get distracted, I'm going to stamp the back of it. So it's going to be this type of orientation, the way the pictures are looking. So with that score line already there, I'm just going to fold it, and I'm going to grab the bone folder, and then just make it a little nicer. Stampin' Up! Has cool ones of these. This is a totally different one, but I've yet to get my hands on the Stampin' Up! Cool one. Alright, before I quickly get distracted, which I will get very distracted, as I usually do, I'm going to stamp the back with my Color to Kitty stamp, because I haven't been doing it lately, and I need to get back in that habit. That way I'm actually done. That way the card is fully done, and I can hand it out, like tonight, if I want to. Okay, so that's my cat stamp that I picked up years ago from a big box store. It just suits me. And then for the Stampin' Up, I don't usually show this too much. This is the old version from a couple years ago. But it's got a whole bunch of stamps. As you can see, I only use mainly 2 of them. But it even has on here, in case there's any interest, hand stamped by, made with love, homemade by, handcrafted just for you, the hashtag make a card, hashtag send a card, front the desk of, this belongs to, and deliver to. So it's really cool when they get into making stamps that are useful for just mailing or even just personalizing. But I tend to stick to the following: the created by, which is not cooperating on me tonight. These stamps are well loved. And yes, it's crooked on my thing, but that's okay. There is my created by. I have my sponge set aside for today to kind of help with cleaning these as I go, which you can clean at the end, but I try to like to clean them as I go. Then this is the Stampin' Up! Name. So what this means is by me putting up the me putting the Stampin' Up! Name on the back of the card or somewhere on the card, I can sell this card. So that's the advantage of, I've been collecting these every year that they come out with one. I have, actually, by the way, the Making Plans has this stamp in it as well. Making Plans collection. That's part of the join promo. So this is done for today, and there's even pretty alphabet and a whole bunch of cool stuffs from a few years ago. Every year there's a new version of the Angel Policy. Yes, forgive me. I am totally repeating myself tonight. Okay. So we got the back of the card done. Now let's get back to the instructions. So it wants me to stamp 2 things here. There's a sentiment that goes on here, and the boat goes on there. As I move too many things around the table. Okay, so the sentiment it's showing is sending good thoughts. Yeah, let's do that. And that is that one, sending good thoughts. These are photopolymer stamps. This plastic comes off easily, especially first time using it. And these just kind of adhere onto the thicker plastic pretty decent. And there's actually no adhesives, as you can see. No adhesives at all. And then I'm just going to lay it on there. It's almost on there. Sometimes if the block is a little too small, it can always go diagonal. Now let me make sure I've got there's my direction. And then first time, I think I'm using this stamp, as far as I know. I'm going to season it. So this means just by rubbing it on your hand or on your back, I tend to do the back of my hand. What this means is, think of it this way. When you buy clothing for the first time, what do? Wash it. Or what you're supposed to do. To be fair, not everybody does that. So when you first buy clothing, you wash it. When you buy dishes, you wash it. Similar concept to this is first time you use it, give it a rub. That way it makes it work a lot easier. It kind of takes away that manufacturing stuff that's still on it from when it comes out of the factory when they make the stamps. Another way of calling it is, for you Tupperware lovers, it's marrying your Tupperware. There's a thing you're supposed to do to make the Tupperware better. I forget the exact steps. So I just call it seasoning. Alright, I got that. And then the boat is going on that bottle. The boat. So there's my block. Fits on just perfectly. Stampin' Up! Does sell different sizes. It's just generally the paper pumpkin kits do fit with these blocks. Sometimes very creatively. Sometimes you have to put it diagonal or really, really muck with it. Alright. So how to tell if it's nicely seasoned is it almost makes it less clear. It's almost like you can see it's been rubbed or something, and that seems to really work with the ink. And the color this month, I didn't tell you, is Bermuda Bay. And it's very inky, this Bermuda Bay. I forgot that. So I haven't used it in 2 weeks. I'm just going to put the cap on. And advice for these the mini ink spots, store them upside down. Because it actually helps the ink better. Because otherwise, it doesn't work so well. And then I'm just going to lay it on there. And I hope this works. Give it some firm pressure. Don't wiggle it because then it'll just smudge it. And there's our boat. Riding the wave inside a bottle. And then the pad I'm using to clean these is this. As just kind of rub it on there. Yes, very well loved. I've had it for a year. And I still use it. Alright, so that stamp is done. I think we're done stamping. I think. There's my plastic. Yeah, these kits are pretty awesome. Like, it comes with everything explained, ready to go. Oh, I did not put this on right. Alright, so next, it's telling me to do a few things. Okay. Telling me, here's a card base. And then, here's my background piece. It wants me to tie a bow on there. And this is where me and bows do not quite get along, but we're going to wing it today. And apparently my Alexi, somewhere else in the house, is talking. Alright, so what's cool about the instructions is, it's showing me, I gotta tie a bow around that blue piece. And it's telling me 21 inches? Oh my god. Okay, so, you need a ruler. There's one right around here. Alright. So there is 18, 19, 20, 21. I got 21. The only thing you will need is scissors that you have to bring to the crafting table. Alright, so there's my thread. I'm just going to free fold these instructions so I can read what the heck I'm doing. And put this back in the baggie. Yeah, I had a paper pumpkin kit. The previous one didn't come with any thread. Somehow it was, they forgot or something. So I was telling my sponsor, she's like, she offered to send me thread. I'm like, no, I'm good. I can manage without. So, now me who doesn't do thread very well, I cheat. And when I cheat, I need to grab a multi-tool. I have a multi-tool that is not Stampin' Up. Stampin' Up has actually much better one than this. This came from my brother, actually. I'm going to cheat, because when it comes to me and thread, I am useless. So, knowing it has to be on the lower part where into the water for some reason, I'm going to cheat by putting some glue dots on the back to help position my thread to kind of hopefully stay in place, is the plan. And according to the final reveal, you don't see much of the bow on the front. So this is a nice plan I have. So I'm just gonna wing it. So by putting the glue dots in the back, I can already kind of sort of get that somewhat in place to not wiggle around too much. And I think I did this the opposite way I should, but that's okay. And then now I've got the thread in the front. And then I need to figure out where I'm tying my bow. So apparently, I should have done this the other way, but that's okay. Well, they're not firmly in place. I can just pull it off. Let me try this again. So it wants the bow on the card on the left side, but I need enough ribbon to kind of sort of do it. Alright, there's my cheat. So then bring it over. And then tie my bow over here horribly. There's actually a tool that's been launched this year that's supposed to be really good for bows. So while I got this here, I am going to cheat again by dropping a glue dot kind of where I need it to be to help stabilize that a little better. As you can see, I did improve it a lot more. And then I'm going to put one right where that tie piece is going. And see if I can kind of wedge it where I need it to go. See? Suddenly that looks a heck of a lot better. And then I need to tie a bow. So I went a little short on this side, but that's okay. We can compensate. Because actually I think this is also mostly hidden too, the way the design looks. So I'm just going to even it out a little bit, make them look that, and I'm just going to shorten that little bit that I don't need. That way we're not having too much wackies happening. Okay, so there's my thread done. Hope it stays. Now this goes on here with dimensionals. So there, that was the thread fun. Dimensionals, so these are glue dots. Pretty small, thin. It's almost, these are like little, they're actually clear, but they're, think of it as small, they're little round pieces of double-sided tape versus this is foamy, dimensional, fun stuff. So it's showing me in the picture, I need to put, I should put one in every corner in the center to put on my card base. And then these caps come off, just like these, the caps come off as those as well. As I carefully remove. And yes, these caps literally get everywhere in the house. I found them in my hair, I found them on my dog, they're in bed. Okay, So next up, make sure my opening is the right directional, because I've seen people who accidentally build a card and they put it upside down. It's like, oops. So then this goes centered as best as you can. It's a little hard to do sometimes, but it's not bad. It's not my worst, but it's not my best. Okay. So then next, it's showing me my boat bottle in a boat or whatever to come through. Alright, so then that goes on with glue dots somewhere up here. That way it's kind of surfing the water or something, apparently. And I'm just having a moment because, oh, okay. Sorry, it's just the picture looked different, but I had to tilt it so you can still see the clouds. Alright, so then let's use the dimensionals again, because they're here. It even shows me on here, suggested where to put the glue dots, and dimensionals overall. Yes, I will jumble my words, because it's one of those days. I had a busy day at work today, actually. Yeah, I had a busy day at work. It means I have some days it's not so busy. No, we had a couple shipments show up this week, and I am the unofficial shipper receiver because it's a really small office. So, sure enough, a shipment I've been waiting for a month has finally showed up. I should have had this for beginning of July, actually, and nope. Delays in the supply chain industry. So it showed up this morning before I even got to work. Yay. So it showed up. Plus another order that was I just placed like days ago. I'm like, really? That one shows up, but not this other one until like a month later. So sure enough, there I am, busy in the warehouse like for hours today. So then this goes on in the water. I kind of covered some of the clouds, but that's okay. And then the tag, sending good thoughts, goes on with dimensionals, and we are almost done. And it just occurred to me, there's other birds I did not retrieve. Oh my. I'll get to them in a moment. Hey Debbie, thanks for watching, especially when I'm stumbling through this. So yeah, so my orders showed up at work, and I was busy. I know I already said that. But I had, 57 boxes? No, 56? I don't know. I'm losing count right now. Let's just say 60 boxes, because for some reason I can't count work right now. I can't remember. I had like 60 boxes, and most of them were heavy. And I'm like, crap. And then our shop is small, so it's like, okay then, and then let's play Tetris to figure out where's all this stuff going. So this just gets kind of laid on top. See, we're kind of half hiding the bow, which ain't a bad thing. And then I'm missing some birds because I didn't read the instructions. Because I talk and read and talk, and there they are. Let me make sure I got the right sheet, because these are pretty fragile-y fun. And for some reason, I feel like... Okay, here. So I had 2 more birds I needed. So I was busy today with these orders and sorting the shop. And because luckily for me, the trailer was not at the shop today. Which means I had space to move stuff around. Otherwise, if the trailer's there, there's absolutely no space. We had an issue the other week where the dumpster could not be emptied because literally there was too much stuff in the shop. Okay, so then the bird, seagull, I guess, gets to go on here, more or less. Again, hiding the bow a bit, which I don't really like right now, but that's okay. So the suggesting is put some glue dots on here and a dimensional on its pretty little head. So yeah, my day was stuck moving boxes for a couple hours, and I cleaned it up a lot better. Well, it's taking a while when the boss pops. So he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm rearranging the shop. It's gotta be done." And he's like, "What are these for?" I'm like, "Dude, they're for the job that we've been waiting for over a month." Oh yeah. So it's occurred to him that yeah, he might want to schedule more than one guy to work on that job, because they're like, cause this is the order was for something we only do once a year, and they're a little complicated to work on. So here's my two birds. I'm just gonna flip them over, and it's suggesting to use dimensionals, but it's suggesting to cut up the dimensionals to smaller pieces. So I'm gonna do that. But by doing that, I've got the border pieces that I don't use. I can use that. So yeah. So it's like, yeah, these are for this job, I was telling them. And it's like, and I explained, and then the boxes over there are for another job, which are literally supply only. So the hint is, dude, let's get these going and out, because otherwise they're holding space. We had another one today that we finally got moving because they were holding space again. So I'm just cutting some of this border, especially when this other order, I ordered it late June. It finally showed up like just over a week ago because I nagged the vendor on, look, you have the order. You keep saying you're going to deliver. You keep delaying the delivery. Like, dude, like, peoples, can we, like, get this order done? Because the customer keeps asking. Because sure enough, the customer called yesterday. Was like, yeah. Because the friendly guy who called, but he called with the friendly half joke. It's like, did he remember to order this a month ago? I'm like, yeah, you did. Yeah, we'll get them to you. It's like, all right, there we go. There is our finished project. And then let's bring back the other one. There's a snapshot into crafting with me tonight in my chaos. So there's one more to do with the kit. I actually considered doing it tonight, but at this point I don't think I will be because I already spent like over 30 minutes working on this guy. But this is cool. I love the nautical boat theme. Let me put him a little more in view, especially when I can't even see my screen. But yeah, so there's one more to be done. I will figure out when I'll be doing it. And I don't know where my stuff is on the table. Alrighty, so there we go. There's our two projects so far from the Paper Pumpkin kit. Sending good thoughts. So, if you want to get this kit, here's the unfortunate part. Subscribing for this is no more. This ended July 10th. However, if you're an active subscriber a few months later from now, this kit will come available again as a regular purchase on the Stampin' Up! Website. So there is ways of getting these again, especially for me. If I really love this kit, I can later on, when it comes up available again, buy just the refills. So not the entire box, just more of the pieces inside, which is a nice feature that Stampin' Up! Does. Let me do a quick peek before we go, because I just want to tell you what's on the current offerings, because I'm curious myself, what is current offerings that people can get who are current subscribers, because I never talk about it. Just try and go to stampinup.ca will be the easiest way to look. Bear with me a quick moment. Of course, right away it's showing me the Making Plans banner. Alright, shop by, oh, I'm on like a different thing here. It's different to which browser I open up to. I want kits, but I don't want kits collection. Oh, hold on. My browser's being a pest. Because I'm under a different browser. So I think they changed some on the website. Okay, here we go. So there's a section on Stampin' Up! Website for refills, past kits, and more. So apparently the refill for this is currently available. Okay. And what's also available for a refill is the previous month, the Pick of the Crop Paper Pumpkin Kit. Cool. What's also on here is the Celebrating in Color Paper Pumpkin Refill, as well as the Changes Beautiful Refill. Oh, the Beyond the Horizon Past Kits available. Ooh. Oh, as well as the, Changes Beautiful is the past kit. Also, the Safari Celebration Past Kit. The Kisses and Hugs Past Kit, as well as the Kisses and Hugs Mini Treat Boxes. The refill for Kisses and Hugs. The kit for the Lots of Pun. The Christmas one for the Gifts Galore. The Haunts and Harvest is also available in the refill. And they still keep bargaining off the Expressions in Color Past Paper Pumpkin Kit, and that was from a year ago. Also on here is Batter Up from a year ago. refill, Batter Up Pass kit, and So Cool refill from over a year ago. So there are some great options on the website if you're a current subscriber, preferably with me because I get something from it, to go back and purchase some of these kits, which are really cool. Alrighty, so there's my babble and babble for tonight. I hope you enjoyed. Any questions, please let me know if there's something I can help you out with, or if you want to know more. Even feedback. If you want to see something else some weeks. I usually stick to mostly the Paper Pumpkin stuff because I find these kits are great for any skill level. Like, these look pretty complicated, but when you follow through the steps, it's actually... I can show you tonight's actually. That was tonight's steps, which looks really easy. It's just knowing how to read almost like the IKEA instructions sometimes. And these are really cool. Alrighty, well, I'm gonna do stuff. What time is it? It's getting close to doggy walk time, and I do need to do a color to kitty video. So everyone, thanks for watching. Bye for now. And feel free to subscribe.